Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Abby if you're new here, and today I have a small PLNTSCOM haul for you. These are the only plants I bought recently. I have been very good. Two of these are actually a wish list plant, which I'm so over the moon with, and one of them was more of a spare the moment thing, which I was a little disappointed with, but I'll explain why. So if you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know that this is my second order from PLNTSCOM. The first order, I had a wishlist plant, which was a variegated syngonium, which actually arrived with thrips. And I did the whole spray method, and long story short, I didn't actually get rid of the thrips. And I placed this order with them before I realised the extent of the thrip infestation. So had I known, I probably would have held off. But saying that, 2 out of these 3 plants I am so over the moon with. I'm really happy, and that's why I obviously wanted to share the love with you, because I just think the plants are incredible, those 2 plants. And then the one plant that I'm disappointed with, PLNTSCOM, for the same reason as the first order, which is such a shame. But PLNTSCOM were really good in getting back to me. I was a bit nervous, thinking I'm gonna have to complain about the same problem again, and I just felt, I don't know, I felt a bit embarrassed. I don't know why I felt embarrassed, but I just felt a bit awkward, you know, but they were really good. So yes, I do want to show you what I got from them. So the first plant I got, which was one of my ultimate wishlist plants, was this Alocasia dragon scale. I honestly, the camera doesn't do it justice. It is such an amazing plant. So when I did get this, it was really bent and it was kind of like all facing this way, and I took a picture and I'll insert it, but it was really good for a picture wise because they were all facing like forwards, but I was kind of concerned about it because it was really bent, but they've shot up straight in no time at all. So you can literally see it is honestly amazing. It just makes me smile so much because this is just like so alien-like and just so weird, and the underleaf as well, like look at that, is so pretty. So I love this. I think it honestly was one of my favorite plants, my wish list plants. I've had a new leaf since, so I've had these for about over a week now actually, so I've had these for over a week. But yeah, this was kind of like showing it was new growth, but it kind of like unfurled really quickly. I'm quite surprised. And there's another one that didn't look like it was new. I thought it was really confused as to how these grew in, because when one was showing it was new growth, it was really weird the way it came in anyway. But yeah, they're really cool. I just think they're so cool. I love it. But I'm yet to water this. So as you know, PLNTSCOM, I think they send out their plants soaking wet. I don't know, some people do the opposite and some people do that. I'm not sure why. But I always let them kind of like dry out properly. But yeah, I'm yet to give this one a water, and I think it's time to water it today. But yeah, that was the first one, and I was just so happy with it. I thought I'd start with the best. And then I got these silver dragons. So as you'll know, if you watch my wishlist plant video, the silver dragon was on there as well. So these are actually, this is 2 in 1 and this is 1. So I ordered quite a few of these, and I wanted to put them together. So this one was £16. So all of this for £16, which I think is really good. And then this one was £4 something for one. They did have a £16 version of this, so this size, but I don't know, I was trying to control myself. But yeah, I think for £16 for this, like in the picture I only showed like 2 or 3 leaves, so I was really surprised to have all of that. So yeah, this is how they come. This is a £4 one, and it is very pretty. Some of them that I got they kind of like look a bit different to each other. I don't know if I'll be able to show you on camera. I don't think this is it actually. But some of them do look a bit different, but I think these are the ones that looked more normal than the others. But yeah, I think they're just so beautiful. I mean, they come in lighter and they go like a silvery, so that's a more mature one and that isn't. But yeah, we've got some obviously small juvenile leaves like dying, which is fine. But yeah, I love it. I think it's so cute. I'm so happy with it. I potted them up right away, which I never do. But they were plugs, you know, they were just like plug plants, so I kind of felt obliged to pot them up. But yeah, they haven't had any kind of like decline since I've had them. So there's the silver dragon. And then the third plant is the troublemaker, but still beautiful. It's this Philodendron Verrucosum. I mean, it is a beautiful plant, I cannot deny, but it did arrive with a lot of thrip damage, which had my heart going a bit. So I treated this with Provonto, just in case. And obviously the thrip damage is done. It doesn't pick up so much on camera, but yeah, there was lots of thrip damage around it, and they were really good about the situation. I think I showed them enough pictures that I didn't want to, like I said, I felt a bit weird because the first order I had from them had thrips, and then this one did, and I just felt really, I felt like, oh, do you think I'm being over the top? But when I showed them all the pictures, they were like, yeah, we're really sorry. They advised me that they don't have a infestation in their greenhouse or anything. They said that they take preventative measures and stuff, so I think I'm just incredibly unlucky. However, a friend also bought a Varicose on the same day as me, and hers arrived with thrips, so I don't know. I'm not sure, maybe they're just having a bit of bad luck recently. But I love it. And so I have a friend, and I'm sure she'll let me use a picture, but I'm going to put it on the screen because her Varicosum is just like a dream. It's honestly just like just goals. It's Varicosum goals. And she says hers is really, really easy to look after, and all of her plants are incredible. She's got the most incredible collection. I think I'm definitely her biggest fan of her collection, and I love her Verrucosum. And then she says it's easy and other people say it's difficult. And I've only had this for a week and a half, and I can understand why people find this a difficult plant. So I received it and it was soaking wet. And then it started like, it's one leaf in particular that goes first. So it's this leaf here. This will like go really limp and really like, just like, it's like really limp, you know, I can't really explain it any other way. It's just like really like papery, and just like they're all like look really, really sad. And it was in damp soil, but I was just like, look, I'm just gonna check out the roots. It's already got a problem with it. I'm sure that by doing this, I'm not gonna create more of a problem. So I checked out the roots, and the roots were actually really dry. It was really weird, but the substrate was wet. So I went, had loads of, not green mold, I had loads of like white fluffy mold on the top. So I just thought, I'll just give it new soil. I needed to do that anyway, because the fact that it could, I didn't know the extent of the thrips, whether they were like in there as well. So I just thought I'll just change the soil out. So I did do that, and the roots were dry. So I repotted it again, gave it a good water, and then it honestly perked up like this. It looked instantly good, and I was just like, okay, like this is fine. And then literally like 3 days later, it was doing the same thing, and I was just like, damn. And I was like, I've overwatered it, and I was like panicking. I was thinking maybe I didn't get rid of the thrips, and there was nothing on there. And I'm like, I just didn't know what to do. I'm new to the plant, so I was just like, didn't really know what to do. I spoke to my friend that's obviously got the Verrucosum that is looking like an absolute god, and she was like, I don't know, I've not had this problem. So I risked it and I watered it again, and it literally went back to normal. So this is literally the thirstiest plant I have ever experienced. It's honestly the weirdest thing. Like, I'm in winter and I'm watering this every 3 or 4 days. It's really weird. Or maybe there's a reason for it, I don't know. Obviously it's got like new growth coming through, so usually they are thirstier, because they're working harder, but I don't know. But yeah, I do have a bit of browning on here. I have a bit of browning here on the ends of the leaves, which has happened in my care. I honestly think it's because I left it too long before watering it again, but it just felt so wrong. It was weird. But other than that, it's gone back to, I feel like I have really quickly learnt the temperament of this plant, you know. I feel like now I know it's thirsty. Now I know that was why, that's what it does when it's thirsty, and it's a thirsty little thing. Sorry, I just got a call. So yeah, I do feel a bit more confident with it now. But yeah, I'm sure it's on to good health. I'm keeping a close eye on it. So this is something else I bought from PLNTSCOM. It's called the lily, I think they just call it the lily trellis. This was £4. I didn't buy it for this plant in particular, but it works really nicely. And I have to say, if I didn't have this tied up on this trellis, it would stress me out, because it would be really limp. And I've seen pictures of Verrucosums and they're just like really, really sad. So I don't see that as much because it's on the trellis, which I think works for me, because otherwise I'd be like panicking all the time. But yeah, this was the third and final plant variety anyway. And this one was £30. It was the large one. They do two sizes. They do they just do medium and large. And this was a £30 one. And I'm really, really happy with it. I'm gutted about the thrip damage, but other than that, it's okay. The back of the leaves are just as equally as beautiful as the front of the leaves. I'm so bad at this, I will never learn. But yeah, they're just as beautiful, and they've got furry petioles. I'm really, really pleased with it. So all in all, my silver dragon, my dragon scale, and my Verrucosum are just delightful. I'm so happy with them. But like I say, it's a shame about the thrip problem, but I ordered a second time thinking I didn't expect to have it again, but I understand how to manage thrips now. I understand how to do preventative measures. Now I have my neem oil and everything. So I do feel like if I was to get a new plant again, I've learnt my lesson to not mix them. And that's what my problem was the first time. That's why my plants have been wiped out by this infestation, because I mixed them. I was too impatient, which is the story of my life. But it's a difficult one. I'm disappointed that I had thrips 2 out of 2 times, but I think the way PLNTSCOM customer service managed it was fair. And I really like the website. I like their pricing. I think the pricing's great. I mean, you can't get this for £30 from many places. £16 for this do you know what I mean? I think the prices are fair, and I think that's what makes people want to keep going back to them. It's just a bit inconvenient about the thrip situation. So I ordered during the Black Friday sale, so it wasn't like part of a sale or anything, but I did order during that busy weekend. So I do think that this was sent out with the damage it has on it, because they were just so busy and it probably just slipped through the net. So I'm not on here to bash them. I do think they're a great company. I think their kind of like visuals and marketing is fun. It's like, it's inviting. I love their Instagram. I love like what they're about. I like that they're more of like an approachable brand, because when you email their customer services, you're emailing Emma. And I don't know, I think they have really, really good intentions. I just think I've had bad luck with them twice, but they have fixed it. So if they hadn't, then I'd be upset. But yeah, I think I'm really happy with them. Do go check them out, but obviously bear in mind that there have been some problems. One thing I have to say is now it's winter. I bought a heat pack for my plants. It arrived, I think my plants were in the mail for 4 or 5 days. The heat pack obviously was expired. It got to me rock cold, obviously. But if you don't have a heat pack in your order during these winter months, then you don't get that 30-day guarantee that 30-day live guarantee kind of like package. So do get a heat pack in case anything is wrong. You can't obviously blame it on it being cold or anything, I don't know. But that was only £2, so it didn't really, like, it wasn't a problem. And I obviously got free shipping because I taught myself into thinking if I buy another plant then I'm not spending £10 on shipping, and I did that thing again, which I always do. So yeah, do go check them out if you want to see them. And that's all I really have to say. I'm really happy. I have had these for nearly 2 weeks, so I will soon be integrating these into like other parts of my collection, so they're not just all like quarantined. So currently this one's quarantined in my thrip quarantine station because it was treated for thrips, because obviously it shows signs that I had it. And the other two are just on their own somewhere they can't kind of touch and be with other plants in case there is something going on with them. So that is a very good lesson learned from me, and I really encourage everyone to do that because you don't want to end up like me and stress yourself out and lose some plants. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, or a thumbs down depending on how you feel, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!